bloodletting. Bloodletting in certain cases, like then with what do we do bloodletting? We have to do hygienically with the sterilized needle or scarificator. But when in such cases emergency arises, we might not be having anything. Then we have to manage whatever we get. So bloodletting is done from the tips of the fingers and toes. In acute cases like hemorrhage or hemostasia, hemorrhage is when bleeding is happening inside the body, or hemostasia is when the surgical stopping of the blood flow has to be done. The blood flow has to be stopped, or there is some swelling, edema is caused, some swelling due to pus. So in such cases, we can do the bloodletting can be done. In cases of high blood pressure, very high temperature, or a stroke, then in case of acute pain, severe pain, or contusions, neel pad jate hai, blue black marks are there due to the accumulation of blood in certain part of the body. So those contusions also, in such cases, or when there is difficulty in breathing, so we can do the bloodletting. In other cases, we use the this is one technique. The next technique is, we'll discuss where to use which technique. Now, another technique is using a rubber band. So for rubber, we can use the rubber band also. We can wind the rubber band on that area, and then we have to remove it. We have to tightly put the rubber band across that location where we need, and then one other end of the rubber band is put in your, like if you take a rubber band, suppose you are tying it here. So the other edge, the free edge has to be taken on your other finger, so that when you have to remove it, you can easily remove it. Otherwise, you'll keep looking for the free edge. So that is, first thing is, you have to take care that it is, the free edge is there on the other finger from where you can easily remove it, and start with the procedure. So rubber band technique, where do we use? In cases of profuse bleeding. Profuse bleeding, like in nasal bleeding, uterine bleeding, or in tooth extraction also. Sometimes after tooth extraction also, the bleeding does not stop. Then in cases of bleeding due irregular bleeding at irregular intervals between the periods, especially in menopause time. So they have intensive bleeding, profuse bleeding. Some people do have that also due to hormonal imbalance. In some fibroid cases also, there is too much bleeding. So in such cases, we can use the rubber band technique. Then we also use moxa in certain cases, like warming up of the points. If there is too much pain, then we can use moxa. If someone is feeling weak, energy level is very low, then in cases of contusions, those blue-black marks are there, again we can use moxa in such cases. If the pulse is feeble, somebody faints, collapses, in such cases, moxa can be very easily used. And if we, because in the accident site, we are not carrying moxa, so we can use a cigarette. That is the best thing we can find around, because we have to give the heat, the fermentation has to be done. So cigarette we can easily find around us in that area. The normal pulse rate is 60 to 90 beats per minute. If it is, and this pulse beat or the cardiac contractions or the heart rate, this is the same thing. It has to be 60 to 90. In between that, for some it is 72, some, so it can be a little less or more, but between 60 to 90. If this is less than 60, then one feels sinking of heart. Sinking of heart. And if this is more than if it is less than 60, then sinking of heart. And if it is more than 90, then rapid heartbeat will be there. So we have to see the pulse also. And we have to be aware to check how to check the pulse also. And pulse rate, what is the normal pulse rate? And one thing I would like to tell you, if someone is injured, even the severe injury is there, that does not mean that the death will come to that person instantaneously. It is not necessary. Those vital functions will wave off one by one. So it takes little time. But if the action is taken during that time, life can be saved. So we should not think that he is met an accident, severe injuries are there, so the person is dead. No, we can always revive him. If he is lying motionless, should check whether he is conscious or not. We can check his heartbeat. How do we check? We can use our palm, we can use our ears. Just take it close to the left nipple on his chest and we can feel the heartbeat. We can feel the pulse in the neck region or in the wrist. We can also feel the pulse here. So human does not perish just with the cessation of respiration. एक बार अभी उसको सांस नहीं आ रहा तो थोड़ा ये मतलब नहीं कि he is finished. No, he continues to be alive for a while. So that is the time when resuscitation has to be given. That is the time when the restoration of the vital organs, vital functions of the body is possible. Respiration and circulation. These are the foremost and require attention. So respiration, linear downwards, and circulation on your heart. When this clinical death, in the clinical death, it is heartbeat and respiration is missing. The dilated pupils, they do not respond to the light also when clinical death is there. Nails and lips, they can change color. But this clinical death, it lasts for 5 to 8 minutes. And this is the crucial period when resuscitation should be given. Those 5 to 8 minutes are very crucial. In this time, if action not taken, irreversible brain changes will take place. Once the heartbeat stops, then it is difficult, then it's not possible. So within those several minutes, we have to, those 5 to 8 minutes, quick action has to be taken. Because during this time, what happens is there is lack of oxygen or more carbon dioxide accumulates. When more of the carbon dioxide is accumulating inside, then the irreversible brain damage takes place and the heart also arrests. And we have to, we don't want that to happen. So we should act. Quick action has to be taken before the doctor arrives, before the ambulance arrives. If someone, and during that time, you can just remove the tight clothing, loosen the tight clothing, loosen his belt, that hinders the breathing, and do your work of resuscitation. Both the hands, both the feet, anyway, do it. Okay, now coming to case when we have to deal. So angina. During angina pain, what happens is there is a failure to provide enough blood to the heart. If enough blood is not reaching the heart, there is lack of oxygen. And then a person will feel pain in the left arm, left shoulder, or left side of the neck. First thing one should do is give nitroglycerin tablet. If available, if possible, quickly give that. Call the ambulance after giving the tablet. If not available, then start with the Sujok treatment. And in Sujok treatment, what do we do? Of course, heart area, strongly press 3 to 5 minutes. It will relieve pain. Sometimes completely terminates the attack. So once attack subsides, then we can go to the next part, putting the seeds and all. But first aid is giving in angina pain, good massage on the heart area so that the pumping and circulation should improve and that lack of oxygen should not be there. And that attack should be eliminated and terminated. So later on, we can use mustard plaster on the heart correspondence. Rest of black pepper plaster can also be used, but those are after the first aid is given. Then we have myocardial infarction also. So what is myocardial? Myo means muscles and cardiac means heart. So the muscles and tissues of the heart, they start dying. Why? Due to the lack of oxygen, less oxygen supply to the heart. So those muscles, many cases, it's written the death is due to myocardial infarction because the tissues, they die due to less supply of oxygen. Then arrhythmia. Arrhythmia is irregular heartbeat. This may be more and maybe less also. In case of tachycardia, the heartbeat is more than 90 beats per minute. Fast heartbeat is there. And when it is hard, then a person will feel shortness of breath. Symptoms, shortness of breath, tightness in the chest. And that time we have to give anti-clockwise massage on the heart correspondence. Anti-clockwise. Because shortness of breath is there. And when another condition is bradycardia, that time the pulse rate is below 50 beats per minute, less than 50 beats. And the person will feel dizziness, blackout, sense of darkness. So that time we should give clockwise massage here on the Sujok heart. On the heart correspondence. We can do in the main correspondence, we can do in the insect system also, on the heart correspondence. So we should start doing if whatever according to the condition. So this massage, as you can see, it is being done here with the probe also. We can do it with the thumb also. We can do with the, this is the key. So we can do it with the key. Anything we can use. We can take a pen, a blunt pencil, whatever, a stick, anything we get on the roadside, we can just use it and help the person who is suffering. One can start doing on the hand, the other one can do on the other hand, or one can catch hold of the foot and do this. Later on, moksha can be given, chakra magnet can be used. Those are the later on part, but first aid is this. Then coming to the cardiac asthma. In this, inhalation is hindered. There is problem while inhaling. So, and this normally happens at night. So make the person sit or stand. He should not lie down during that time. And the rubber band should be put on the base of these two fingers. That means the legs. In the body, we are putting the rubber band here on the base of the legs. Why? Tightly we should put it here like this on both the legs base. Can you see this? Base of the legs, only legs. Why at the base of the leg? So that the blood flow should not go towards the legs, rather it should be retained in the lungs, to retain the blood in the lungs. So heart massage First thing is put the rubber band here tightly, base of the legs, then good heart massage, kidney, and of course moxa. And it will help the patient. It will definitely help the patient. See here, the rubber band is put on the base of the legs, both the legs, so that the blood flow which is coming, it should not go towards the legs, rather it should retain here in the lungs, in the lung area. Coming to high blood pressure, hypertension. Now this blood pressure, it may be due to atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis means when the cholesterol deposition is there on the walls of the blood vessels. So when there is deposition on the walls of the blood vessels, this lumen, it is this diameter of the blood vessel or that passage that gets narrowed. And when it will get narrowed, the blood flow will be hindered. There will be obstruction in the flow of the blood. So it may be due to diabetes also. And this hypertension symptoms and the condition, it may last from several hours to several days. And if somebody is having high blood pressure, different people having high blood pressure may show different symptoms also. Like it is not that everybody will have all the symptoms, not necessary. So if he may complain of dizziness, sweating, or excruciating headaches also, then sensation of lot of heat, sweating, rapid heartbeat, stabbing pain in the heart region. And occasionally they also say sight disorders also, like they'll feel like flies, they are fluttering before their eyes. They may also complain of nausea, vomiting. So in such cases, bloodletting from the tips of the fingers and toes should be done. You see, when you are pricking with the needle, the tips of the fingers, don't worry, there won't be a stream of blood oozing out. Of course, you have to press it and let that blood gush out little. It's okay, nothing will happen with it. But with this bloodletting, the condition will normalize, the blood pressure will go down, and that we can save that person. So this can be done even from the tips of the toes also. Normally, we should use disposable needle or a scarificator. But in emergency, if nothing available, just take a needle and wipe it with the Dettol or Savlon or some sterilized something and do that. So also we can use the rubber band tourniquet, is the rubber band technique. In this, what we do is, because we have to, we put the rubber band here in the brain region for high blood pressure. We tightly put it here and keep it here, and other edges on my finger, not going to leave this other edge, the free edge. Now within a while, this upper part, which is above the rubber band, it will become blue or purple, and this will become painful also. So slowly remove this instantaneously when he feels painful and this is becoming purple, the upper part. So remove it. It will normalize. Again do it. Again do it. Tightly put a rubber band. Keep the other edge on your other finger or on your thumb. And again instantly remove it. When you'll do it for a few times, this blood pressure will go down. So can use various techniques. Bloodletting also, rubber band technique also, we can do. This, we can also, then mustard plaster can be used on the shin area for high blood pressure. And you know, these are your legs. And which is the shin area? This is the shin area. This is the shin area. So mustard plaster can be put here later on the shin area. Hot foot bath can be given for high blood pressure. Even your main body feet can be put in the hot water, or your correspondence feet here. These can be put in the hot water. This bloodletting from the tips of your fingers and toes can also be done in grave conditions like speech impairment is there. Then, of course, again, the bloodletting can be done from the fingertips, and even it can be done from the base of the nail plate. Rubbing massage, that also can be carried on. So all these things should be carried on. And then later on, we can, of course, tips of these fingers can be colored with black color or a blue color. Mustard plaster on the shin. Okay. And in case of low blood pressure, you can use the rubber band similarly, but now you have to remove the rubber band with a quick jerk. When you have wound it around this area, then when you are removing it in low blood pressure, you have to remove it with the quick jerk. Okay, not like when we were doing in the high blood pressure. Same thing in case of insomnia, sleeping disorder. Ones who have a problem, they do not get sleep at night. So what they can do is, again, they can wound the rubber band all around there. They can put it all around the thumb also. So before going to sleep, when they are sitting, they can make this a technique that they wound it all around their thumb. Or so when they do it slowly, they wound it all around the thumb, take a big rubber band, and then slowly remove it after a while. Again do it, again remove it. But this thing, what you are doing is, you are not going to do it in front of a television set, not while watching TV, because you want to go to sleep now. So when you have to have a good sleep, you should have food in your stomach and your mind should be empty. Your brain should be empty of all the thoughts. So when you are putting a rubber band, the blood flow to the brain is being hampered. So now when you are doing it time and again for 3-4 times, this blood supply to the brain is little reduced. The mind is working little less. Those thoughts are going away and you will go off to sleep. But if you are doing it along with watching a TV, this will not work. So this is also